You do it. Make your dreams come true. Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Now, I'm going to call upon the next speaker. And again, she needs no introduction. She's absolutely amazing. And she's also a sponsor of Awesomeness Fest, just like Mind Valley. And there's so many amazing things I can say about Lisa Nichols, but I don't really have to because you guys have seen her. Several people came up to me after the first day, the bonus day with Lisa Nichols, before we started A-Fest, and said that that bonus day itself completely changed the course of their lives. So we're going to bring back Lisa for a grand, amazing finale.
How are you guys doing? It ain't over yet. There's more to come. This conversation that we get to have this afternoon is very exciting to me. I've spent the last 20 years building my speaking career, and I've had some pretty amazing opportunities. And a lot of it came because I have a talent at speaking. But a lot of it also came because I learned how to be a CEO. I believe I was born to speak. I came out of my mother giving instructions. I'm sure I told the doctor, slap me on the left, doc, not the right. I'm sure I was inspiring people from day one. In high school, I was a captain of the track team. I was the head of the cheerleading squad. I was editor of yearbook. I was in student council. I was always running my mouth, giving instructions and inspiring people. But I wasn't born to be a CEO. That part was hard. I get why most businesses go out of business. Not because of the talent, but because of the business infrastructure. But then throughout my career, I learned that as a speaker, it was a bigger responsibility than just standing on this stage. What was speaking to make a difference? What does it mean to do that? And how can I be responsible for that charge? So for any of you who are in any business, you are in the business of speaking. If you have to deal with people in your life, you are in the business of speaking. If you have children, if you have partners, if you have family, you are in the business of speaking. And so I want to take some time to do something I've done very rarely, and that's to talk about the context of speaking and how do you use that art to not only enhance your life, but to enhance your business. How do you do that? And the reason why I'm doing it these days is because last year, right here at A-Fest, and some of you heard the story on my bonus day, a gentleman by the name of Nichols from Russia came to me in my room. We had our private little session in the room that I do at times. And after everyone kind of was leaving, he's just sat there and he was just giving me this blank stare. And I was like, dude, it's over. So it was awkward. And I finally looked at him and said, can I help you? I want you to teach me how to tell stories. I was like, tell stories? That's not on the menu of what I offer. I don't care. I was like, but really, I don't tell people to teach you how to tell stories. That's what I want from you. I said, I can teach you how to grow your business. I don't need that. I am the top speaker in Russia. I want to tell stories. I want to move people the way you move people. I sat on the front row at Jack Camp. I do horrible accents, so that is Russian. And if I told you a story from Taipei, that would be my Chinese. If I told you a story from the Caribbean, that would be my Caribbean. Get over it. That's me. That's it. And he says, I was at Jack Canfield's event. I sat on the front row, and from the moment you open your mouth, you captivated me. I know how to make money, but I don't captivate people like that. I want that. I said, I'm kind of stuck. I'm slow. Dude, it's not on my menu. I don't care. So I go in the other room with Allison. I was like, Allison, this guy's out here asking for something that I don't even know what he wants. She goes, what? He wants me to tell stories. Well, tell him some stories. So I go back out. I goes, how do you want this delivered to you? Your customer, by the way, will tell you what they need. Hello? I told my bonus day folk, you are not the expert of your industry. Your customer is the expert. You're the service provider. Yeah, you might want to write that down. You thought you were the expert. So if my expert's telling me, I need you to spend a day with me. I was like, a whole day? A whole day. So we call that a VIP day. We do VIP days in my company where we spend 6, 7 hours with a client and we go over every aspect of their business. I said, oh, in 7 hours, we can videotape it and go over everything. No, just stories. I said, you want me to tell you stories for 7 hours? Yes, I do. I was like, how many of these days do you want? I want 2. You want them back to back? No, I go away. I do it, I go, I apply it, I come back, you give me another. Okay. So out of that, he comes, he flies from Russia, he comes over, and all day long, he tells a story, and then I tell him back his same story, but I add layers and I add color. He tells a story, I show the story. He tells a story, I show the story. There's a distinct difference, and I'm going to go through that with you guys. Would you guys like me to do that for you guys today? And for the very first time publicly, I'm going to unwrap what I do. Because you think, ooh, it's magic. And then you drink the Lisa Kool-Aid. Right? Well, while a lot of it's talent, there's some key and distinctive techniques that you can learn. Now, I'm teaching you just a smidget of what we're doing for 3 days in my upcoming 3-day training, and then what I do for a year with my global leaders. But I want to give you a smidget of that right now. And so he comes over and he tells a story about his father, and then I tell him back the story about his father, and he's bawling. And his wife is crying, and my assistant's crying, and I'm crying while I'm telling his story. And he goes, how did you do that? I said, you told the story, I showed the story. There's a distinct difference, and it translates everything you do in your life. Everywhere you can apply this.
If we look to the answer as to why for so many years we achieved so much, prospered as no other people on earth, it was because here in this land we unleashed the energy and individual genius of man to a greater extent than has ever been done before. Freedom and the dignity of the individual have been more